We're ready to go. So, yesterday we found our anchor. Today we are going to talk about the filter. Every day there are thousands of thoughts that goes through our mind and headlines, and they try to send us all these things on the news, and all of that takes space in our mind. So we have all this space that they take in our mind. They rent it and we do not even charge them for having it. So you can imagine. But your mind is your most valuable real estate. It is, you own. It is your feeling over, if you're feeling overwhelmed by the noise of 2026 about reclaiming your mental sovereignty, we are going to learn how to be resilient and to bring it back for you again. So your thoughts can be those you choose to have and not those that they want you to have. Because every opportunity we take to reclaim ourselves is amazing. That is what is important. So the mental pillar, that's the one, is mastering your inner narrative. That is one of the things that we must remember. So the real estate is, your mind is the most valuable estate you own, real estate you own. Why are you letting the world rent space there for free? Why? Why are we doing that? You see, the noise that goes on in the world prevents us from feeling calm. If the mind isn't calm, then we are not calm. The rest of us is not calm. It's one of our pillars. So if the mental prosperity is not calm, it's noisy, it's overwhelmed by the noise of 2026, it's time to stop scrolling and start filtering. So for today, we are going to get into our mental pillar. We are moving from information overload to inner peace. This is tough to do. But what if I told you that you aren't being challenged? You are just letting them get into your head, holding the wrong end of the tool. You have heard me say that you have the knife and the handle is in your hand and the blade is pointing there. When we do that and allow to give it to them for free, we have just flipped it. We allowed them to have the handle, the control of the knife, and the blade is pointed at us. So no matter what we do, we are going to get hurt. That is what it all ends up being. So that is why we need to stop this and claim ourselves, claim our space in our life. It's really important. So today is a day to be welcome into, a day of lovely feeling, today is the best day of your life. There is not another day available. It's only this day. So your pillars of resilience, they're challenged. And yesterday we talked about anchoring ourselves in the spiritual pillar. And today we are going into the mental pillar to realize we cannot keep giving it away. It's valuable real estate. So we have to keep it for ourselves. The silence that you go into is preparing the ground for today. Every time you take some time to be silent, like when you're silent because you are breathing. I posted a little thing last night, and that says to be ready, peace, so that you can relax to sleep. And that is important. You cannot have a clear mind if you haven't first found your center. It seems like, what is my center? My core belief. What do I believe? What do I love about myself? What do I love about this world that I am in? What do I care about? And that is what is important. So, your biggest real estate you have is your mind. It's a metaphor. Your mind is the most valuable real estate you own. Why are you letting the headlines of the news and all of these things show up and take so much space in your mind? Why are we doing that? But you see, when we are doing it every day, it becomes easy. Or you get up and you start scrolling, let me see what this one is doing, let me see what this one is not doing, and we keep doing that. We aren't just thinking happy thoughts. We are also thinking the negative thoughts. But you remember the hurt in life more than you remember the joy. You remember how somebody made you feel in the presence. Maybe that person didn't even speak to you. Perhaps they didn't say one word to you. But how they made you feel is what you're carrying with you even today, from years ago. Because that person showed up and said something that made you feel less than. They said something that made you didn't feel that you love yourself anymore. And you carry it. In your most valuable piece of real estate, you're carrying somebody's negative remarks from the past. So you have to get to be resilient. Positive thinking is one thing. You can be, I'm positive, but you at the back of your mind, oh, I can't forget her, I can't forget him, how he hurt me, my brother, this one did that, right? We are just not going to succeed if all we think is happy thoughts. We have to be resilient. Thinking is good. Feeling those happy thoughts is when you surpass the memory of those painful thoughts. They said you might not remember the exact words somebody said to you, but you'll remember how they made you feel. It goes both ways, good or bad. So somebody says something nice to you, it makes you feel good. You will remember that feeling. I can't remember what she said or he said, but I felt so nice being in their company. That is what it is. Because you remember that. And the hurt now, we are keeping it in our mind. That is why we remember all the shivering and the pain and the overwhelmness of that human being tormenting you. And we have to learn that we cannot give them space in our head for free. We need to stop doing that. But to do that, you have to be resilient and realize that you cannot change what happened then. We don't normally carry stuff in our mind that is present because we're never present. We're sitting and we're having dinner and we're watching the news. We're sitting and we're having dinner and we're on the phone scrolling. We're chewing aimlessly. We don't even know if we chewed or what it tastes like because we have plugged our mind with important things from others that was not important to us. We have them in our head and we cannot get them out because we are not in the moment. Mental resilience is you have to force yourself back in the moment. Many people talk with me about Tessa-Marie meditation, and I always remind them to say, it's not challenging to meditate. You just have to have the resilience and the relaxation to go back to your breath. Go back to the body, the sensations in the body, the pain or the discomfort or this. It's going to be natural for our minds to go gallivanting. That's what we were taught to do, expand your mind. So you're sitting in meditation and you're thinking of what your brother or your sister hurt you, how your wife told you was something, your husband told you something, your friend, or the banker, the boss, the supervisor. It's okay. Do not get agitated. Just realize you see it. It's like exactly how you live your life. The bus passes by, so the bus passes by. You don't turn your head and follow the bus. But in meditation, when our mind wanders, we tend to follow the bus. And then we get into it and we forgot our purpose. And that's where resilience comes in. So we can observe it and then just pull back. Observe it and pull back. And even if it's for 10 seconds or 1 second, you were able to pull back, before you give space again you rent out your real estate for free. And you have to remember, when you're doing this thing called meditation to calm yourself down, you will not see the changes in a big way, but you'll find yourself less anger. It will be less of you. Intolerable will be less. You will be able to smile inwardly. You'll have the difference, and you won't take people on. You'll say, I did my share. It was your turn to do it. I'm not going to hang over you because you didn't do it properly. It's none of my business. My job was to do my best. And I assume yours is to do that. So that when we go back to the hurt of 10 years ago, can we fix that? Can we do anything about that hurt we're feeling? And one of the things we have to do, resilience is the foundation. It's the ability to filter the noise of 2026 so you can see opportunities where others only see obstacles. You need to see the opportunities where others see obstacles. The power of words. This is a great place for you to change the narrative of your mind. You know, we don't use the word struggle, for example. I don't use it. Here, when we say we are struggling, we stay stuck. We cannot get out. Look at the word itself. It looks like a body of a snake. The S, the G, even the E, everything, the L, it's like you're in it. You cannot come out of it. And for that reason, when we claim our sovereignty, we have to use words that empower us to act. I am challenged. You know, Tessa-Marie, this is a challenge for me. It's preventing me from doing what I would like to do. But when you say the word struggle, try it. Try it right now. You cannot say struggle with your shoulders up. I have a challenge. I'm going to do it. I'm struggling. That's how struggle. It makes you know I've been struggling. Your voice changes, your face changes, mannerisms changes, body language changes. And the same thing happens with the word challenge. You know what? This is a challenge, but I'm going to get it. A challenge gives you an opportunity to succeed. A struggle remains a struggle because that word becomes part of your vocabulary. And you keep using it. Oh, I'm struggling with this. I'm struggling walking. No, you're challenged. And you can win when there is a challenge. You can do something to get over that. So another word that we love to use, and we give that word so much power. You see, Tessa-Marie, I'm trying. No, you're not trying. You're acting. You're doing something. You're working on it. Stop saying, I'm trying. I'm really trying. No, you're not. Really trying is not doing. It's not a plan. What are your actions to clear your mind from this thing? I'm addicted to watching TV and all of these things. Fine. So act on it. 1 hour, 10 minutes that you did not scroll on your phone is a win. Celebrate it. 1 hour of not listening to the same 24-hour news channel. The people are not even there anymore, you know that. It's a recording that's being replayed and you're sitting there. Only you are in the actual time. It's not going to change if you heard it at noon. It is not going to change if you hear it at 2. It's the same old news that they're bringing. And by another thing you must think, they got paid handsomely to do this. They already have their money in their wallet. Where is yours? You have to go earn yours by learning to do your best at what you do. You know, when we reclaim our sovereignty, we use words that empower us. So, you know, why do we have to use words like worry? I'm worried. I'm so worried. What does that mean, though? Open the word and see again as another snake. All these arrows happening in there. And the why. Again, I am concerned. I'm concerned about where this is going in my life. I'm concerned about this person's attitude towards me. I'm concerned that I allow that person to abuse me. Pick a common word and then take it and split it. You can say, I'm overwhelmed by my schedule, and it makes you overwhelmed. I'm struggling with my time, it makes you struggle. I'm currently challenged to prioritize what I need to do. See? Right now, Tessa-Marie, I'm so challenged with time, trying to prioritize the things that I need to do. I am calm. This situation has showed me that I need to relax. This situation in my life is telling me, take it easy. My mind is going, take it easy. It is not a struggle. A struggle has no end. The E can go forever. When you flip your script, your words, you take the handle of your own mind. I always say to you, we talk about the knife, right? The knife, the blade is pointed at you. And the person is holding the knife. Mentally, you should realize if you go towards the knife, you're going to get cut. If you grab it, you're going to get cut. If they push it, you're going to get cut. So what are you supposed to do? Pause. Mentally relax. Take a deep breath and look at the situation. Now, that might not be an actual knife. Knives comes in very different many situations and changes. Your knife could be your supervisor is not happy with your work. You are having a moment with them in the office and they're telling you that you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And they have you there because you need coaching and you need to get yourself back on track and all of that. Is that the time to tell them where to go? That person has a pen in their hand. That person has the authority to take away your job. Think mentally and calm yourself so that your facial expressions, your body language is not going to give what you're feeling away. It's not pleasant. So they have the knife. You tell them where to go, they write you up, and you can get fired. And it affects everything else in your life. So, this is the reason why your mental sovereignty needs to be firing on all 5 cylinders. Yesterday, we talked about anchoring ourselves, getting ready. They call it Blue Monday. It's not blue. It's just a time when bills are climbing up. The statements from the past month is showing up from December. And now we're angry at it. And they gave us a word to make us even feel worse. It's Blue Monday. Yet, that is one of the most beautiful colors that exists. I'm happy though. They don't call it Black Monday. But Blue Monday makes you feel blues. You have the blues. Remember these songs? They're sweet songs. But they're sad. They're not making you feel happy. They're just, they're pain. It's coming with pain. And there you are, accepting the Blue Monday in your mind. So you are no longer the victim of your thoughts. You are the master of your narrative. And you have to choose to be that. You have to make a conscious decision to say, I am the master of my thoughts. I can change my narrative. I often say to others on the morning blessings that every time we speak, we are prophesying our future. Every word we use is our future. When we criticize someone, we are actually criticizing ourselves. When we call someone dumb and stupid, we are also saying we are like that. When we observe people and we look down on them, we are really looking down on ourselves. We are not mightier than others. So everything we speak with words that are derogatory or not impeccable or certainly not exquisite and caring about another person or just life, we carry the burden of that word. And that is what we end up doing. That's why we need to change our narrative. And it's a thought to the tongue, and it goes out. We do not have a tongue of a snake that it will do it and bring it back. I don't know if it goes out to get the fly. I don't know much about that, but one thing I know, the moment those derogatory, not impeccable, certainly not exquisite words leave our mouth and it goes out into the universe, in the environment, into the ethers, we cannot pull it back. We were the last one to see it, to hear it, to feel it on its way out. And the most important thing, we were the creator of it. And being the creator, we own it. We cannot sell those horrible words. We cannot sell our nasty opinions about others to anybody else. We hold it. When we say it, our body language changes. When we say things, and we tighten up emotion, it goes through every nerve and sinew in our body. So remember, every time you form an impression in your mind and you throw it out at another human being, it has a boomerang effect. Like the old people say, older than me, generations ago, what you do not like to see on the street, be careful. You might find it under your bed. Because that's just how it is. Do not go out there and send negative energy to others. It does not suit them. It does not belong to them. It's yours. And if somebody does that to you, do not get angry. Realize it's not going to affect you. You're not giving it power. You're not claiming it. You do not own it. That's their thoughts, their ways, their life. The sad thing though, the saddest of all things, nobody remembers that. They don't remember that what they're experiencing today is what they wished for you yesterday, last year, 5 years ago, 2 years ago. Such a waste of a mind to have negative thoughts of others when you can use that same mind and have positive thoughts about yourself. To create a narrative about your life, you need to feel it. We talked about the anchor and joy and all of that yesterday. Today, we're talking about creating the life you desire with the words that you speak. Understanding that those words are not going to affect the person. It only affects you. So, your challenge, I want to give you a challenge tonight, is your digital sunset. 30 minutes before bed, turn off the screens. No news, no social media. Give your mind a chance to breathe, just like that little post I did last night. Give your mind some time to relax and chill. You can use certain lamps and lights in your bedroom. If your bedroom right now is congested and it has things that are not supposed to be there in there, it's very important to clean it up, tidy it, declutter it. A decluttered surrounding also has a decluttered life, a decluttered mind. Declutter it. If you declutter your surroundings, your mind will be decluttered. If you declutter your surroundings, your life will be decluttered. That bedroom is a holy sanctuary. Prepare it as such. If you like, I have red lights, which is calming for me, in my bedroom. It's very good. I heard that from Rick Rubin. He wears a reddish pink glasses when he's been interviewed because those lights, he says, are too sharp. Bring that down. Have an infuser. If you do not have an infuser, but you have perfume that you cannot wear or cologne because everybody is allergic to it, spray it in the air. Open the window a little bit and let some cool air come in so you can enjoy go to bed and it's cool. Yes, it could be cold, but you can use a blanket. The treadmill, it's nice that you have it in there, but do you need to cover it if all is closed? When last you use it? Do you need a pile of stuff that is just not being used? Declutter, move. They all have their places. And you can find a place for those little things. And 30 minutes before bed, turn off all those things. Do a few little exercises lying on your bed to relax your body. And then go to sleep because your mind, you want your mind, when you wake up in the morning, it's alert. Your mind is your most powerful tool. Make sure you are the one holding the handle of that tool. Practice your sunset tonight because tomorrow it's day 3, the physical pillar, where we will treat the body as a sanctuary. That's what we're going to do tomorrow. You mentioned you're very practical. You mentioned you love structure. You mentioned you love joy. You mentioned you like peace. Play with that in your life. What I am asking you to do is challenging, doable. And do not say to yourself, Tessa-Marie was suggesting this, but it is a struggle for me. No, it's not. It's a challenge, and it's something you have never done before. So now you're taking a challenge. Well, in the beginning, it's going to be slow, confusing, uncomfortable for sure. What you mean, Tessa-Marie, make my bed? I'm just going to go back and sleep in it. Yes, you are. But I will tell you, the most beautiful thing you can see is around 5 p.m., you go in your bedroom, you turn on your dimming lights, and you shut the door of your bedroom. You come back 10, 15 minutes later, and the atmosphere with that bed that is made is so enticing. And if you have the space, you can have a chair in there and sit and read your book, your scriptures, meditation. Make that, even if you have a bachelor,